it's a lot of work, to get, out of your plateau. It's not just a wish list, it's like a work in action.
Sure, but it's teamwork.
Yeah.
Gisele, teamwork. You don't do this all yourself. You go, okay, like, what can we do? How we can make each area more efficient?
I'm with Peter here, and I'm so excited to be. Thank you, Peter, for one more business side of podiatry revenue.
Thank you, Gisele. Thank you so much for having me. It's always great talking to you.
So today we are talking about plateau. Like some offices, they develop, and then they just stay still. So now how they can move, keep pushing, to get out of this plateau.
So how can they push that next level, scale their business? First thing is you have to want to. Some people reach the plateau and they're happy there. It's like setting a thermostat and you turn it to 70 degrees and it's great, it's the perfect temperature, but then it gets cold outside and 70 is not good enough, you have to move to 71, right? And when we get to a certain level, we might want to increase it, might go up a little bit, but our mindset says that, you know what, that's not you. You're not here. Okay, you're here. This is who you are. And we have to then change our mindset to say, that's not right. I'm here. This is where I am now.
It's like a feeling like they don't deserve, like I don't deserve to get a bigger practice. I actually spoke to a doctor that was saying, I go to this conference, everybody's big, and I'm a small practice. I'm just, and he was not. He was actually a decent sized practice, but this doctor felt, I'm not like he felt inferior than other practices.
The impostor syndrome.
Yeah.
Right. First of all, you don't know what's really real. We don't think that big is not better. Mm-hmm. We say that. It's because somebody has a bigger practice. Are they more profitable? Right? Or do they have more headaches? Is it something that you truly want? If you want bigger, you would need to have bigger and more profit, and you have to ask yourself a better question. I learned this from Tony Robbins years ago. If you want something, just ask your mind for a better something. Ask a better question. Ask, how can I get this quickly, easily, without me doing it? And that's the one thing you need to do when you scale and you grow your practice. You need to be able to delegate and lead others, because otherwise you're still doing everything. You're never going to get to that next level. Yeah. And the systems that got you to this level are not the same systems that'll get you to the next level. So you have to look at that, your mindset, and learning to become a better leader of others.
Yeah, this reminds me the book that Ran recommended that actually I read and I love it. How, not who.
Yes.
No,
yeah.
Who, not how.
Who, not how. Who, not how.
Yeah.
We worry about how. So that's the first thing when someone says, this is what you need to do. And we're right here at the APPM conference in Fort Lauderdale right now, La Gomorrah.
You can look at the camera sometimes.
Okay, and what we see is that people are trying to learn how to do things, and they first say to themselves, how am I going to get that done? I have too much on my plate. And that's not the right question. It's the question is, if I get this done, will it make a difference in my practice? And if the answer is yes, then you need to do this.
Yeah.
Then you say, who can help me get this done? And we're afraid to find people. We're afraid to go out and hire people. Now we have virtual assistants, we have AIs, we have ways to actually scale our practice faster than ever before.
Yeah, what I see work with podiatry over 20 years, I see this very common with the woman running a practice. So they bring their practice from the ground up and they get very successful and they reach this plateau and they start to get overwhelmed because they are doing everything and they feel the responsibility on their shoulder, and that end up selling the practice because they cannot handle anymore. And I can tell several examples that I witnessed this happening, because they are doing everything and not. I'm a victim of that too, because I always at some point say, I can't handle this anymore because it's so much, and that who, not how, make me okay. That's yes, and I start to delegate it. It's such a weight out of my shoulder, and not micromanage as well. Like delegate and let people do what they do best. Sometimes they come with a lot of time they come with things and solution that is impressing me, and I don't need to worry about. They're doing the best what that I could be doing.
Yeah. Let me first say that women entrepreneurs are women in general just are amazing. Men can focus only on one thing at a time. So when we're running our business, we run our business. When we're seeing patients, we're seeing our patients. And women, though, mothers, spouses, business owner, doctor, all that, okay, everything, taking president of the PTA, something like that. It's amazing the number of things you can do and put on your plate. At the same time, women who basically feel that way, they can handle all this, get burnt out quickly because truthfully, there's a limit for everyone. We're all humans, so we can't do everything ourselves, and we have to make a list of truly is what the thing that's important for me to do, and only me to do. Then everything else that's not bringing in money to the practice needs to be delegated out to everyone else. And this is where the paradox right now comes, not paradox, ParaDocs. And this is where the paradox comes in order to speed up, you need to slow down. And this is why it's so important to have that Rainmaker Day, the day that you make things happen, make it rain, and to take that day off to just slow it down and look at your practice and your business, look at your analytics, call up your billing company, see what's going on, sit down with your marketing person, or write down creative marketing ideas, not for you to do, but to delegate, using the time to train your staff and retrain your staff, right? And then finding people who can train your staff instead of you doing the training. So eventually you still continue to narrow it down of the tasks that you need to do, only you do, so you can have all the people. That's why people hire you, the billing company.
Right.
And I will tell everybody that giving your billing to a billing company is smart, is good, but not keeping an eye, because you're still the owner. You're still the doctor who owns the practice, and the billing company has a lot of different doctors. And you are responsible to inform them what's going on, but they also need to be accountable to make sure that, yes, I'm looking at my numbers.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand something, to make sure you explain it to them and to see what I should do next to make things better. And that's what you guys do so well, is that not only do you just do the billing, you show them what they need to do next in order to increase your per visit revenue, in order to have more profit.
Yeah, and very nice that you touch on that, because it's really has different profiles of doctors, practice owner. That is the one that outsource to the billing, and they don't want to hear anything about, you guys do that, we do this, and it's no good, because then we get stuck, and we have a correction that needs to be made from the front end, but they don't want to talk to us, you know. So that's also, they're going to be on the plateau because there are things that need to be resolved on the front end or the clinic that are not being given attention that needed. And also there is the client that, or the clinic that they are micromanaging. And those are, they send the claim and they are looking for every move that you do. And also they are also stressed, burned out, because they are over micromanage somebody else's work, And there is the preferable one, in my point of view, is the one that we work together. Like we do the best work we can, and then we get back to the doctor, said, your notes need to be done these, and then the doctors go and make adjustment on the front end, and we have a successful collection because we are working as a team, front office, the office manager, and the doctor. And those I see that the ones they move away from the plateau because things get addressed in every level and corrected so it can move forward to where it's supposed to be. Authorization is not being getted, so they get this update from us, like, oh, you guys are doing this procedure, but there's no authorization. And then act on the front end and find who's gonna get those authorization, how that's gonna be worked. So then at the end, we get a result.
Right.
That'll help you move then out of the plateau, right?
Right. Yes, you can't outsource being the owner, and you can't outsource leadership. And that's your responsibility as the owner, and that is to actually become the best leader possible and make your team accountable for their work. And so they stay on top of everything. They understand the mission and vision of your organization, and you still need to be the responsible party for your business. It's no one else's fault if the business is not doing well. It's your fault, and you need to take the time to really work on the business. And without the business, it doesn't matter how great of a doctor you are. You could be an amazing doctor, but if you're not profitable, you can't help people because you'll be out of business.
So the mission and vision that you talk about, like how often the doctor should revise those, or, you know, and would that be something that need to be published? Talk a little bit more about mission and vision.
Well, your vision can change, because as life changes, the vision can change. Your mission rarely changes. You know, it's to, if you look at Ben & Jerry's mission, it's been posted. If you go to Ben & Jerry's in Vermont, it's the same mission. You can add more to the mission, sure, but if it's more about like caring, helping people, the values that you have, if it's embedded into the mission, those values, your values shouldn't really change. If it's being honest, why would you get rid of honesty? It's a good value, right?
Right.
And on the interview process, Gisele, is when you share your vision and mission to the prospective employee, and you show them this and say, this is what we're all about. What do you think? And get them to buy in from day one or minus day one, right? It should be posted in your waiting room, in the office, on your website. It's about what you stand for, okay? And when it comes to the vision, and your vision is about, you know, I wouldn't publicize that we want to become a $10 million company kind of thing, but saying that we want to be the best in technology. We want to be up to date in everything. We want to provide, our vision is to have an office that people love to come to, and then grow so we can help the community, that kind of thing. The detail part of it you share with your staff, and that goes into a question like, should my staff know, like, how much more money we want to be, we want to have? How much money are we making? First of all,
that's a good question.
Yeah. So first of all, your staff already thinks that you're loaded. Okay. When you go in with your Lexus, your BMW, they just think you have a lot of money. So, what they really need to understand is how much money it takes to run the business. And they go, wow, and they don't realize that. Because when a patient comes to the front desk and you're entering the charge, the front desk is entering the charges, they think you're collecting all that money. And you know you're not collecting all that money. So they really think they have false information, and they think that, like, you know what, like I said, you're loaded. And you really have to be upfront with them. These are our goals. This is what we need to do, because this kind of profit is going to help me help you, maybe increase your salaries, help your families. It's going to help more patients. It's not just so you can buy a boat and get an airplane. Everything you do in that practice is about helping the people around you, your patients and your staff. And you say they, them, not me. It's we, not I. And so you have to be upfront with them, I really believe.
I completely agree with that. You know, if the doctor or the business owner, not just the doctor and the business owner, it's like self-centered, it's harder to have the staff being part of it, because they are serving somebody. They are not work with somebody, work as a team. And I think this mindset of a team make the game change completely, right?
Oh, absolutely. Again, that's where the vision and the mission comes from, and everybody's certain purpose helps to achieve that mission. And it's really like when I call out sick, and when you're not sick, you're just tired. How does it affect the people around you? And the people around you now have to work harder that day.
Right.
There's more stress involved, and they know it when someone else is out sick. But they play this little cat and mice game. This little, well, if she can take the day off, I'm going to take the day off, and no one really cares about each other. And that's why team meetings are important. Getting them involved in how they are there to help each other, and how their actions affect other people. And you want to find people that understand this. You know, it's not something that it's innate, but it's somebody that has a understanding of loyalty and what's really important, and being self-motivated. You can't motivate people; they have to come in self-motivated.
Yeah, but that's something that you build as well, no? Are you
What's
okay? This team, do you build the team, or do you find the players that are already prepared for your team? How that works to have that
Great question.
good connection?
Great question. So when you're hiring someone and you already have a good team, and one of the stopgaps that why docs don't hire other people, I have a great team, I just don't want anyone to come in and mess that up, right? And that's why part of the interview process for me was always having an interview where they sit down with one of the team members. So let's say this person is applying for the front desk job. They will sit down with the front desk person and spend a couple of hours, and you can see if this person is going to have the same qualities that we are looking for, if they are engaging during that interview, if they're asking questions to your staff person, if the two can get along, because they're going to be working side to side. So you want your staff person's opinion about this potential new hire, and that helps. And I've gotten feedback sometimes that she looks good on paper, but I'm not sure she'll fit in. And you want to just also be cautious, because some people are afraid that someone's going to come in and steal their job. And you have to really explain to your present employee that's not the case. You're my person, you've been doing an amazing job, we are growing, and to get to that next level, to get to scale your practice, we need another person in here. And people are afraid that someone's going to come in and take over. So you have to immediately understand that's not the case, and you're going to explain that to your present staff person.
Yeah, and the personality as well that fit in with the culture, because if somebody's completely different personality doesn't fit in, also create conflicts, right?
Right, yeah. That's why in the interview I'd say, let me tell you about our team here. It's a great team. We work hard, okay? I can't tell you that we don't have stress. It's a medical practice. In every business there's some stress. We try to make it as stress-free as possible, but there are times that there's going to be stress, and we help each other out. I know your job is for the front desk, but if the MAs are busy and they're busy, we're going to ask you to bring a patient in, or you should see that you might have to bring a patient, help them out. So ask, can I help you and bring a patient into the treatment room? And that's what we're looking for here, looking for someone who'll help each other, and for nothing in return. That's the key. Okay, I helped her out, should she help me out? Well, in theory, yes, that person should help the other person, but you do things because it's for the betterment of the practice and the organization. And if the other person is not a team player, then that's the person I might have to replace. But you do it because it's the right thing to do. And I will, and you tell them, I will notice. Okay, I will know that you're doing these things. Trust me. And I will let you know, and I'll say to you, maybe not right away, but eventually I'll notice, and I'll say, thank you for helping out. Thank you for bringing that patient in. And that's why we have team meetings every week where we sort of zap each other. We say, thank you for helping me with this. it was a great way how you treated that patient. She was upset, but you handled it so beautifully. And we go around complimenting each other at the beginning of our meetings.
And I think we know where we have a team when we see people volunteers to fill gaps. And say, wow, we have a team here. Like when people step up to fill the gap when somebody's sick, or, you know, I will take care of this call when somebody is having like some kind of delay or urgency that can make it. So that's the signs that, okay, you have a team here, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's great.
Now, so to move the plateau, we're going to have the delegation, right? Delegating, just to give a little summary.
Sure, right.
Delegating, reviewing reports and reviewing performance, right?
Sure.
Did I leave out anything?
Leadership. You have to say, well, let's use an example. Our practice is making $600,000. And I really starts off the mindset. I want to make $1 million. I want to make it $1 million practice. And like, why do you want to make it $1 million practice? Not to say I have $1 million practice, because your soul might not be taking any more money home. So the reason why you want it. So then is how much more profit do you want to take home? And then why do you want more profit? And you know the answers to these questions, but you have to ask yourself these questions and write them down. And they go, yeah, this is really important to me. I have an urgency, sense of urgency to get this done. Okay, so in order to get from 600 to $1 million, what is your per visit revenue? And then with that same per visit revenue, how many more patients do you have to see? And you'll notice that it's going to be a number that, you know what, I can't see all those patients. So I'm not saying you need to hire another person. I'm saying, well, then how can I increase my per visit revenue? Now, if I need to see a few more patients, increase my per visit revenue, match the numbers together, that's how I get to $1 million. Now, how do I make the office totally efficient, right? With those new numbers, now I need to do more per patient. I might need another MA. I might need to get rid of some of the admin tasks from the front and hire a virtual assistant. Maybe I could use AI to help answer the phones or do some other administrative tasks, or help with marketing to get more patients in, like help me with ideas for videos and blogs and get increased SEO. And that's how you can use AI. So you write out this whole plan. And as we're filming this, it's November of 2025. And that's a great way to get going for 2026, is to put this plan, a really specific plan of action and what you need to do. And at first it might scare you. And that's good, because if something scares you, that's the thing you need to do. If it doesn't scare you, it's like, I feel good, it's not the right goal, because your goals should slightly scare you.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic how it's a lot of work, you know, to get, you know, out of your plateau. It's not just a wish list, it's like work in action.
Sure, but it's teamwork.
Yeah.
Gisele, teamwork. You don't do this all yourself. You go, okay, like, what can we do? How we can make each area more efficient? And then you also want to mention the 80-20 rule. Well, find the 20% of patients who bring 80% of the income and focus on scheduling more of those patients, and slow down the 80% of the patients who only bring in 20% of your income. And that's how you're going to scale it. And every single year, you're going to run this routine again, this task, like 80-20 task, and just narrow it down to really focus on the key things that make you more profitable.
And enjoyable, right?
Yeah,
you don't want to, you want a profitability, but enjoy what you're doing as well, because you don't want a burden.
Yeah, right. And you were saying this before, it's like a lot of work. But an entrepreneur looks at this as a passion, as something that's fun, because you're an architect of your practice.
Yeah.
You're building it. You're like taking these 6 floors and now you're building, 6 more floors on it, right?
Yeah.
And they have a different structure on it. They need different support systems to make it higher.
So you need like different kind of professionals doing the best what they do, MA, front office, medical assistant, and associated, your billing, your marketing. So you need a set of professionals supporting you with the best quality. So that gives you the peace of mind and the connection to get out of the plateau without being a lot of work.
Right. That's where I come in. I help doctors grow their businesses to multiple 7 figures while working 20% less hours.
That's fantastic. You actually help us, and was fantastic with our office manager. And you came, you gave we worked for 2 months, in sessions, 2 or 3 months. Mm-hmm. And then really brought her to see the business as a macro, and also to value protocol organization, business organization, and see how that makes a difference.
Right.
Did make a difference to us.
Oh,
and I
so
appreciate
glad.
you coming along.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the kind words.
And I hope you more people that it's in need to get out of this plateau benefits, had the opportunity that I had to benefit from your services.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
We are looking forward to our next episode. Your questions and comments fuel our discussions, so keep them coming. Don't miss out on the latest updates. Hit the subscribe button and stay connected with us on this journey of success.